off the bat, some we won't. Let's put all of our rocket pieces somewhere else. Just kidding, you shouldn't do that. Keep your area clean if you can. Our drill bit, we don't need that right now. Drill, we don't need that either. Hammer, definitely don't need that. Okay, so we've got our funnel. Nope, we don't need those things. We need our scale. Booyah, we need our measuring cups, and we need, we don't need kitty litter. We don't need that. Anyway, so you want your propellant, chemicals, and things like that to be as fine as possible and to be as well mixed as possible. So we are going to be blending up our potassium nitrate first. The kind that I get, there's a lot of websites. If you guys don't know how to get it, you can get it in a granulated, like a table sugar or table salt form. We need to get that blended up, so let's get that done. We're not going to weigh anything out ahead of time, because if we try to weigh it out, put it in the blender, we're going to lose some. There's always going to be some remnants that are stuck in there, so it does us no good to weigh it out ahead of time, because we need to be exact with this stuff. So let's get into it. Let's blend up some potassium nitrate. Mixing these chemicals using the diaper method. I started, we're just going to we're going to combine both our potassium nitrate and our powdered sugar. Here we go, and now all we're going to do is basically back and forth. You see it as it starts to spread out. Then we're going to kind of switch it over. We're going this way, we're going that way. We're going to keep doing this. Then we're going to here, we will dump it through the strainer. We'll run it through the strainer. We're going to repeat that process about 3 times. After 3 times, you should be good. Ramming the rockets is going to be fairly self-explanatory. You have the wooden dowel, it fits inside perfectly. Just get them tight. Don't be afraid to ram it really hard, and make sure you don't have any air pockets or anything in there. There's a lot of stuff going on in this video, and I don't do the best job of explaining it. I've got a rocket thrust test stand that I hook these up to measure impulse, total impulse, and things like that. I show like a second clip of it, and then I show the engines going off in the stands here in a second, which is interesting. We're going to get a lot more into that stand later. Like I said, we're going to go way more in depth. These are just beginner rockets. This is the first rockets you're going to make. These are the ones it's going to be. Just simple 2-ingredient sugar rockets, like I said, so I'm not going to go too much into it. I also had a rocket that I had made that was basically a full rocket with delay grain and parachute ejection charge, everything all set up. But I let it sit too long, and I wasn't very confident in its performance, so I'm going to show it tested on a kind of like a static test with it on the ground here in a second. I'm happy to say that it did work perfectly, though. Everything worked flawlessly. Anyways, like I said, here's the rocket thrust test stand. Kind of, I'm just doing some tests on the engines here. Like I said, it was cloudy, it was crappy outside, so I just did what I could do. The next video will be better. We'll get way more into rockets, and we'll get a lot better footage and a lot more in depth on how to exactly do everything moving forward. So check these rockets out. The test is coming up. Yeah, enjoy, guys. Nice. Told you guys it worked flawlessly, man. Perfect. That was no editing at all. Then I also got a bunch of wonderful footage of the smoke trail that these rockets are leaving here and take off. So that's awesome. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I've got a couple of really good shots here at the very end. This was the best I was able to get. I forgot to even hit record on a couple of these. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you saw some cool stuff, and I promise it'll get better, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much.